Thank you, Megan, for giving me the amazing introduction. Definitely will have to send you some chocolate or candies or some money later for that. Definitely. It's been crazy times. As you know, we're in a weird stage in life right now with everything going on around us. But to be honest with you, it's the best time for opportunity right now in our society. Um, one of my mentors always told me, your mind is like a parachute. It only works if it's open. And the most expensive thing you own is a closed mind. And closed mind means closed pockets. You'd be a slave to your business or your job for the rest of your life. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a job, in my personal opinion. But I do believe there's something wrong with only having a job and not putting all your eggs in one basket. And so, what I would like to do is tell you a little bit about me so we're not complete strangers, and you'll understand why I decided to go down this journey and ended up partnering with a company named Q Sciences. And so, I grew up in a small country town in East Texas, population of like 3,000 people, very humble beginnings, blue collar family, working for others was a way of life. And if you want to make more money, we just work more hours. It's the way we were taught. And my dad used to tell me all the time, if you work really hard in life, you'll be able to achieve anything in life. And I truly believed that until I started getting a little bit more older, a little bit more wiser. And I started to realize it's not really how hard you work, it's how smart you work. It's really not what you know, it's who you know. And it's the vehicle that you put yourself in to be successful. And so I did what every young boy thought he was supposed to do: go to college, get an education, get a good job, have a good career, live happily ever after, the American dream, right? Well, that's what I did, not realizing I was going to have to pay that $97,000 back in student loans afterwards. I thought the government was just giving me money. Pardon my ignorance, but I didn't know I was going to have to pay that back. My parents asked me all the time, "Why don't you ever put your degrees on the wall?" I'm like, "You mean my receipt?" It was a great experience. It really was. And if I had the chance to do it again, I probably would. To be honest with you, maybe pick a cheaper college, probably, but instead of a private school. But I would. I built great relationships. Learned a lot during that process. I got really lucky in '09. I got picked up as an undrafted free agent with the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. I was there for 3 weeks, got released, got picked up with Green Bay Packers for 2 days, got released, got picked up with New York Giants for 1 day, got released. And that's when I realized right then and there, I'm good enough to make an appearance, but I'm not good enough to stay. And I was really burnt out from playing football 18 plus years. And I came back and I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know where to start because I didn't have no money. And so I had two different options. That I had two friends that were doing really well, and it wasn't going to take me that much money to get going. One was roofing, and you didn't have to have a license to get a roofing company. All I had to do is pay $19 at the courthouse, the DBA, and get it going. And but the downfall was it takes sometimes 2, 3, 4 months to get funded on insurance deals for roofs, and so it takes a while to get paid. And I needed money now. And then there was a home security business, but you had to be licensed, but you get paid the next week of funding. So I worked under a sub dealer's license and I started making money. I took the test, got my test. I had over 30 employees working for me, and I started making really good money. I think my first year I cleared over $500,000, and I was just ecstatic. I was like so excited. And I ended up getting back together with my high school sweetheart, and we got married, and we had a beautiful daughter together. Her name is Emery Stevens. She's 8.5 years old, almost 9, and I got thrown a curveball. Um, my wife had depression, postpartum depression, anxiety, suicide attempts, bipolar disorder. A lot of things started happening where we had to put her into a hospital, and I became pretty much like almost like a single dad. I was raising my daughter, taking her to my business for me. We were going to visit. It was tough times, very stressful times. And during this process, I knew things needed to change. And I started looking at other opportunities to invest my money or make money and everything else. And I looked at this utility company. It made sense. It really didn't make dollars, but I was so desperate. And I gave it a try, and I started making some good money. I was making like $15,000 to $20,000 a month, but I was working just as many hours with that as I was with my traditional business, and it was not duplicatable. The system wasn't saving myself time, energy, or money, and the leadership was very poor. And you fall and rise on leadership. You're only as the people you're following. And I was an amateur to the industry, to the e-commerce platform. And so my high school sweetheart ended up getting better. She got out of the hospital. We ended up making a beautiful son together. His name is Mason. He's almost 7. He's 6.5, almost 7. And I come home one day, and my son's 4 months old. My daughter's 2 years old. And my mom's carrying both of my kids. And my mom's like, hey, you need to go to your bedroom and read. I knew something was wrong. You need to go read the letter. And this letter stated that pretty much how my wife was leaving me. But she wasn't only leaving me, she was leaving me and my oldest 2 kids. So I became a single dad, full custody of my oldest 2 kids. I didn't know what to do. I was depressed. I was out. I was down. I was beaten. I didn't know what to do. Like, I have so much respect for single moms now because of the fact I was like, how hard is it to raise kids? It's hard. Like, it's so hard. Like, I'm so glad I have my wife now, Judy, because we have 2 more beautiful kids together, because I can't be left with my 4 kids for 30 minutes. I already have my receiving hairline going back because I start pulling it. I'm like, come home, babe, come home. I had a friend approach me, and he told me about a blueberry juice company. And to be honest with you, I was like, how in the heck am I going to sell blueberry juice? And then I talked to one of my business partners in Dubai, and he helped me lay out a business plan. Great mentorship in traditional businesses, and he taught me a lot of things. And I ended up creating a simple formula where I did over 280 million in sales in 3 years. And I had a lot of success, but the downfall was it was a very horrible compensation plan. I only made $7 million in that 3 years. And I know that sounds like that is a lot of money, but towards the volume of sales you did, that's not a lot of money. And then I got a phone call from a good friend of mine named Jake Spencer, and I've known over a decade now. And he says, I got something I want you to check out. And I was like, man, I'm good. I'm focused on traditional business with my gas and oil company, our real estate, our farming. We have a health clinic. I mean, we're doing okay, Jake. We're fine. He's like, no, man. Like, I know you're fine, but there's a lot of people that are not fine. There's a lot of people that are seeking opportunity. There's a lot of people that need better health. There's a lot of people that need people like you in their life to help them, guide them through this life. And I was like, man, right? Serving to many leads to greatness. The more you give, the more you get. What goes around comes around. Stop making things about yourself and start making it about other people. That's when you win big in life. Because I have 113 employees in my traditional business, and I just pay them enough where they won't leave me. But in this type of platform, I can lift people up instead of push people down, and surround myself around like-minded individuals that want just more out of life and to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually as a better person. And I was like, what you got? And he said, man, I got something that's never been done before. The first company in the industry to have set pay. I was like, no. In nutrition, I was blown away. It's never been done before. Where there's 30-page PDF files, we have a 1-page PDF file. He says, I have a system with a launch document that has a 1-page format that takes a few minutes to go over. I have a presentation that can be explained less than 10 minutes. And I was just like, wow, you've literally simplified this to the T. He said, exactly. I'm changing the industry. I want something different. But you know what's going to blow you away even more, Brandon? If you do what you did in your last company over here, you would have made over 30 million in 3 years. And I was like, my wife, her eyes, I don't know if you know my wife or not, but she's Vietnamese. She's a beautiful Vietnamese woman. Her eyes went from Asian to Caucasian really quickly when he said that. She gets mad when I say that joke, so she's not in here right now, so we're good. But it's true, it really happened. I was like, she got excited. I got excited because she got excited, and it takes a lot for her to get excited because she's Asian and she's analytical. And so, like, I was like, if you're excited, I'm excited. You're excited. We're both excited. Let's go talk to Jake, And so we went to talk to the president of the company, and we sat down, and he shared us his vision and what he wanted to do. And I'm going to show you that exact same vision. And you're going to be blown away, because if you've ever seen anything before, anything similar to this, it's not going to be exactly the same. And the reason why, because it takes less than 10 minutes. It's simplified. It's set paid. The nutrition line is crazy. It's not like a 45-minute presentation like something else you've heard. And that's what's mind-blowing about this. So let me screen share and show you exactly what it is. You have to give me the host, though, if that's okay. If you can make me the host.
Yeah, how do you got it?
You just got to click on where it says mute on my square, and the 3 little dots. You just click on my dot, and it says make host.
Okay. Make host. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sweet. And let me pull this up real quick. I just pull up my regional slide deck real quick. And then okay. I promise you, this is not the Chase Bank logo that you see right here, even though it looks like it. I seriously think they just took the Chase Bank logo and made it a Q. But it looks great. I like it. I guess it's just verifying all our transactions that go through Chase. We're good, you know. So it's awesome. So this is the company name is Q Sciences. This is actually a video clip of mine. I'm not going to play it. It's just a small outline of my life and everything else. So it's really cool. It's really boring, you know, so we don't want to watch that. So definitely. But these are the two individuals that I decided the reason why I partnered up with Q Sciences. I truly believe people buy into people, not companies. The individual on the far left-hand side is Mr. Mark Wilson. He's the founder and CEO of this company. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion winning quarterback with the Oakland Raiders. Very successful in real estate. His desire is to improve lives around the world. Like if you meet this individual, he's just good people. And when you partner with good people, good things tend to happen. The guy on the far right-hand side is my colleague, my friend, Jake Spencer. We've known each other for over 10 years. He's the one that gave me the phone call. He's an experienced team builder. He's built teams throughout the world globally. The one thing that got me the most about him, I saw myself, I could grow with him. And what I mean by that is he had a lot of leadership qualities that I felt that I can learn from. And I truly believe in life, if you're not growing, you're dying. And if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. And I wanted to improve my life. And I felt like he could bring value into my life to do that. Because once somebody stops bringing value into your life, what happens? You distance yourself. For instance, your spouse. If your spouse is not loving on, if your love language was touch or feel, whatever it may be, and they're not giving you that touch or feel, what happens to that relationship? It starts to separate. It starts to fall apart. And I felt like he can bring value continuously into my life. And that was very key, being part of a movement inside of a company. Now, what's really cool is the simplicity of the portfolio they put in place. And this was key. I wanted a diverse portfolio that kind of caters to the masses, but not too much where it was overwhelming. And so I knew mental health was very overlooked in our society. And why is because, I don't know, look around the world, what's going on right now. It's crazy. Okay, go get you a snow cone. Sorry, my son said snow cone man's here, so I apologize. I guess that's the confirmation he wants one. But I saw an article, you have to like eat 8 apples compared to 1 apple from 50 years ago. Like the soul is depleted. There's no nutrition or soul anymore. Like we think we're eating healthy, but we're still not eating healthy. It's crazy. I mean, we got food content that's banned in other countries. You know what I mean? It's mind blowing. And so I knew it was very overlooked, mental health was. And I knew that could be something that's really huge. And I don't know if you ever seen the movie called Limitless before, where the guy takes the pill and like opens up his brain and he can do so much more. I feel like the Q Max is something similar to that without the dying part at the end. But it has 36 different vitamins, minerals, amino acids, helps with PTSD, bipolar disorder, ADHD, mental focus, autism, mood. Mood is so key. People get so mad over the dumbest things nowadays. Like we speak off of emotions all the time. It's crazy. Instead of just taking a deep breath and relax, people get so angry. It's crazy, but it helps. It keeps me being more organized. It helps me be more present with my kids instead of just being present. Like I can tell a difference when I take it. I don't. It's a really great product, and it has 22 different published studies actually that align with it too as well. So that's huge. Fitness and weight loss. This company does a really great job with weight loss journeys and cash prizes with our QFit group. It's really cool. Miss Marielle Filipponi, she does a really great job. She's one of our black diamonds in the company. My good friend, I'm the one that actually brought her into the business. She's made over $2 million in 2 years in this company. It's amazing. It's mind blowing. But she's just good people. And she truly, genuinely cares about people. And that's what it's really all about. And that's why she's having the success she has. The more people she helps, it's just the more it helps her and her family too. But she does a really great job. And we have a corporate staff that's designed just for that too, to help you with tracking and everything, meal prepping. It's really cool process with weight loss, meal replacements, with our Q Trim. And you can see some of the testimonies and PDF files that come along with that if you're really intrigued in the weight loss program. Oral sprays, oh my gosh, I love the oral sprays. Why? 'Cause most people that need nutrition can't afford nutrition. And the oral sprays are $17 for a month supply. And as you know, the most effective way to get something in your bloodstream is what? Injection, IV. Second fastest way is sublingual sprays, orally, topically, then pill form. And so it gets in the bloodstream really fast. So we have Q Sleep with melatonin to put you into deep REM sleep. You have Q Boost, helps with appetite, B12 for energy, vitamin D for D3 deficiencies, helps with nail, skin, hair. QC Plus helps build your immune system. Q Relief for headaches, things like that. Really great products. But one of my favorite products is the energy, the Dragon and the Key Lime. Mostly the Dragon one though. That's the bomb. It's a GMO free. It's no added sugars. It's vegan. It's soy free. It's one of the most natural energy products I've ever seen. And what's really cool about this, I was a big Red Bull drinker, Monster drinker, and I'll get the crash and I feel like poop afterwards. I get the jitters sometimes if I drink it really fast. This, I don't get the jitters. I don't get the shakes. And it doesn't say, please only take this for 6 weeks and cycle off like a pre-workout or something like that. It's a really great product. And I love that. And I sampled that out a lot too as well. And then we have our Q Silver Hemp for recovery. We have our Women's Vitalize that helps with hormonal things that women go through. I'm not going to go in detail because I'm a man on that, and so I'm not going to go in detail, but it does a lot of great things. And then for the men that's on here, we have the Men's Vitalize. Your wife will love you for a very long time if you get on this. I help with testosterone levels and things like that, so it's really great. My wife always makes sure I take mine all the time. And then the hemp. This is really cool. Full spectrum hemp, please don't judge me. But I'm going to tell you a story. Don't judge me at all, please. Playing football for 18 years, you kind of get beat up. You have injuries. Working out really heavily, aggressively, and explosive lifting, you have issues with tendons, ligaments, recovery sometimes. And a lot of times, pain pills don't do it. You know, you want to stay from pharmaceutical drugs and things like that. Sometimes you want to go more of a natural way. And I never did marijuana because of the fact I didn't want my dad to beat me up. I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want to fail a drug test. I didn't want a drug deal to go bad and get stabbed or shot or what. I didn't want to be part of any of that. I didn't want to go to jail. Like, I don't want to be labeled as a mugshot. You know, people have the mugshots on TV. I don't, like, you search their name, they have a mug, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that person went to jail. You're looking up an old friend from high school. Oh my gosh, they got charged for what? No, it's crazy. But a lot of my friends in football, in the NFL, smoke marijuana. And the reason why is because it helps with their joints, their ligaments, recovery time, anxiety, stress, so many things. And I never wanted to do it, but I tried it one time just to try, and it made me feel great, but I didn't like the side effects that came with it. I felt like I was frying my brain cells. I was laughing about the stupidest things. I was being lazy. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And then a friend approached me about full spectrum hemp without the THC, without getting high, without getting the munchies, without laughing about dumb stuff and being lazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this could be a big trend. This could be a good timing play. Then I started seeing full spectrum hemp and CBD stores start popping up everywhere. And I was like, people are starting to be more open to trying this. And I started using it and my pain started going away. I started letting my parents use it. The pain started going away. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a gold mine. I don't need the whole pie. I don't even need a piece. I can lick the crumbs off the ground and still be a big player in this industry. And so when I saw Inc. magazine talking about it being the #1 industry to be paying attention to, I saw Rolling Stones talk about it's going to hit 22 billion by 2022. I was like, oh my gosh, timing beats talent any day of the week, as long as you put yourself at the right time, the right place. If me and Dale Hart Jr. go to Texas Motor Speedway, if you're a NASCAR fan, I'm not a NASCAR fan, but I just know him. Oh, we're on a free, oh, got 10 minutes left. We're on a free program. I should have got you on. It's okay. The thing is, 10 minutes, I mean, not 10 minutes, you got 10 minutes left. If me and Dale Hart Jr. go to Texas Motor Speedway and race, who's going to win? He's a professional NASCAR driver. He's going to beat me all day, every day. But if I put him in a Honda Civic and I get in one of my nice cars, luxury cars, like my McLaren or something like that, or my Lamborghini, who's going to win the race now? Of course, me, am I a better driver? Absolutely not. I just put myself in the vehicle to win. There's good people out in the world that work really hard, that struggle every single day. And there's good people that put themselves in a vehicle that hardly work, they make really good money. This person's not better looking. This person's not stronger. This person's not smarter. It's just they put themselves in a better vehicle. And that's exactly what this e-commerce platform's done. And that's what got me excited. So Mr. Jake Spencer created the first compensation plan with set pay, but he did it with a price tag that blew me away. See, traditional business costs a lot of money. When I saw this, it cost $39 to create an e-commerce store where Easily charges $79. I was like, oh my gosh, you get your personal website that's coded to you. You get a pro app where it's actually for 30 days, including this $14 a month, where you get PDF files, ingredients. So people start drawing you a question, say, hey, that's a great question. Copy, paste, send. You don't have to be a scientist. It's all, I truly believe anything you have to do more than once should be recorded. It's documented there for you. And training materials, support materials, emerging markets in 17 different countries, digital welcome kits. And most importantly, the tax benefits. I have colleagues of mine that just joined just because of the business expenses. You get to write off these supplements. It's a business expense, cell phone service, internet, TV, square footage that you work around your house, mileage you put on your vehicle. Say you go on a vacation, let's call it a retreat for Q. Vacation, that's a write-off. Eating out, that's a write-off. That's what I love. This is a one-time fee of $39 to create an international business from the tips of your hand. And Q Science does all the headaches for you, overhead, inventory, payroll issues, the logistics. You don't have to pay for the brick and mortars like most people do. People are going from brick and mortars to click and orders. Everything's going online. Look at the boutique stores nowadays. They're all going online now. They're not in brick and mortars no more. Them are going out of business. They're getting smart. Times are changing. See, for Costco, it costs $65 for a year membership. $39 membership for 1 year here. Amazon Prime, same thing. Everything's going online. That's what I loved about what we're doing, and you get it at wholesale price. And this is what got me sold, is how we get paid. One-page PDF file. We get paid 15 to 35% off any of the customers that we acquire through our store. If it's one time or multiple times. If I help other franchises with e-commerce platforms come into the business, I'm going to get a small percentage. Of course, they make more money off of their customers. It's only fair, like any other franchising store. But what I love about here is helping other people grow. See, my mentor always said, Brandon, I rather get paid 1% off 100 people's efforts, not 100% of my own efforts. It's called leverage. See, you got to find a business that operates with you or without you, because if something happens to you, what happens to your income? It's gone. So I found a way to get paid for something I did 6 months ago, something I did 12 months ago, something I did 24 months ago. That's what got me so fired up. So, because I thought I was living an honest living, but I wasn't honestly living because I was always trading time in for money. I was never home. Well, now I get to take a week vacation, multiple weeks in a row if I want to, and I still get paid for many weeks. So like, it's like, are you going to have to work? Absolutely. It's going to be like work, check. Work, check. Work, check. Then it's going to go work, check. Work, check. Work, check. Then it's going to go check. That's what I do. I don't want to work till I'm 65. I'm sorry, guys. Like, that's not for me. Like, I want to work really hard for 3 to 5 years and then be able to spend time with my family and me and my kids were looking for new private schools today. That's cool. I don't want them going to public schools. I want them to get special education. I want them one-on-ones. I mean, I want to be able to give them everything I never had, but also teach them everything I never knew too as well. Because you can't put a price tag on knowledge. And I wasn't taught these things growing up. So what's really cool here, you match the volume, that's exactly what you get paid. So if I do 300 in franchising volume every month, I'm gonna make a $50 residual check off other e-commerce. If I do 600 in volume, I'll make a $100 check, and so on as it goes down. It's really cool. My position in the company, I've been doing this part-time for the past 2 years, and I'm a diamond in the company making $65,000 a month part-time. That's like way more than part-time money for most people. And we do it part-time. Like, we do it around our schedule. Like, in the morning times, I do traditional business work. I really don't start Q Science until around 2 or 3 o'clock, you know, and then I just kind of fill in the gaps. And that's what's really cool about this. And we get one-time bonuses for every time we do certain amounts of sales, we grow up, we get one-time bonuses. And the coolest thing of them all, we don't preach depreciation assets. We show people appreciating assets. So we help people get in a better situation while filling out a form. And these extra bonuses on category 4 go to your debt, go to a life insurance policy, go to your mortgage, or whatever it is to get you in a better situation. How cool is that, where your company pays your debt? That's so cool. I've never heard of that. It's crazy to see things like that. And that's what I loved about this opportunity, is because we're doing something different than most companies are doing. And like, if you're not different, then what is the purpose of me doing it? So I always try to tell people you fall in one of 3 different categories: A, B, or C. C stands for, hey, Brandon, this sounds great and all, but it's really not for me. Thank you so much for being on this call. I really appreciate it, because you could be doing anything on a Tuesday, but you chose to be on here. I think today's Tuesday. I had to think about that for a second. But you chose to be on here. So I appreciate that. But would you do me a big favor? So friends support friends, right? I mean, why do you buy Girl Scout cookies? Not because it's the best Girl Scout cookies. It's you support the little girl and her cause. We don't buy chocolate bars from people that are selling it from their school because it's the best chocolate in the world. No, we do it because we support that cause. Won't you do me a big favor and support the person that got you on here, and maybe take a look at their products and maybe support them in this journey? Because I'm sure they're a few customers away from hitting a new promotion in their company, and that'd be huge that you can really help them out. They'll mean the world to them. And that's what friends do. B stands for but. I have a bunch of questions. I have a bunch of answers. I'll be able to answer them for you, or whatever I need to do, or we can get with your person that got you on here to answer them for you. Or maybe but I'm just broke. I don't have money to get started. And that's okay too as well. Don't be embarrassed. We've all been in that situation before. I've been there too as well. Let's just get creative. Let's plant our flag and change that, where we never have to say that again, that something's too expensive or I can't afford that. I think when there's a will, there's a way. And when you want something bad enough, you want to do whatever it takes. What if you had to come up with $500 by tonight at midnight, or you go to jail? I'm pretty sure Big Bubba's not going to be telling you, come on, Carlos. Big Bubba's here. No, I bet you find that $500 or whatever it is. You're not going to let Big Bubba get a hold of you. You know what I mean? Sorry, that was probably an inappropriate joke, but I had to throw it in there. I apologize. We like to have fun occasionally, guys. But that's what I'm saying. So like I always try to tell people the joke too as well. Like, if I give you the keys to my McLaren and say, hey, I'll give this to you if you get started right away, like, oh, heck yeah, let's do it. Okay, you see the value in my car that depreciates over a period of time, but you don't see the value in the opportunity that got me the car, that got me the house, that got me my ranches, that was able to let me retire my family and things like that. Maybe I did a horrible job. Maybe I need to do the presentation over again so you can see the bigger picture. I left something out apparently. That's what I love about this business. You get in where you fit in. It doesn't matter if you're from yell or jail. We love everybody. As long as you're not going to stab me when I meet you, I welcome you with open arms. A stands for action. A's realize the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk at all. It's by playing it safe. That's the most unsafe thing you possibly do the way our economy is right now. Which I run the spare tire. Why not have a plan B? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, guys. So let us know what category you're going to fall in. We're about to get cut off and this meeting is going to end. And so you let me know whatever I can do to help. And I welcome y'all all with open arms. Welcome to the team. So I'm going to pass it back to Megan because we're about to lose time real quick. And thank you for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you picked on Carlos. He's my first guy ambassador. His wife and I are really good friends, and I always give him a hard time. And he calls me boss lady, and I'm like, this is why I need more guys. I'm like,
absolutely.
You own your own business, but we could keep going with that. I like the boss lady thing. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. That was really neat. I'm not sure I've heard your story before. Super eye-opening. So I appreciate your time, and sorry that it got cut off, but you did. That was good. You did really
absolutely. Well, it's good to see you, Candace. It's good to see you, Brandy, Heather, Rebecca, Teresa. It's all good to see each and every one of y'all on here, and everybody else that didn't put their picture up. I didn't get to see your beautiful face. It's okay. Maybe next time. But thank you for having me on. It's really an honor and privilege to be able to share my story and to be able to share this opportunity with each and every one of y'all.
Okay. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it.
Y'all have a blessed night. Y'all take care.
Hey, bye.